Now, Zika response has also become a key issue in the race to represent you in the U.S. Senate. Marco Rubio is running for re-election, and he has steadily pushed for federal funding to fight the virus. But he's also come under fire because that funding hasn't come through, and for his stance against abortions, even for expectant moms who've got Zika. 4 in Your Corner's Carl Fortier catching up with Senator Rubio during a visit to Fort Myers, and he has more on what he and his opponents are saying about this public health crisis. Carl?
Well, as the spread of Zika becomes a growing concern here in Florida, the Democrat running for Rubio's Senate seat is slamming the senator for not doing more to pass funding to fight the virus. Rubio says he's doing what he can, but admits more needs to be done.
And by early April, I was on the floor of the Senate repeatedly talking about it. So I'm frustrated.
New cases of the mosquito-borne Zika virus are being reported all over South Florida. But earlier this year, Senator Marco Rubio says many members of Congress didn't see Zika as an immediate threat.
And they saw it as something that was happening in these other countries, and we explained to them that it was just a matter of time before Zika came into the continental U.S.
Representative Patrick Murphy, a Democrat from Jupiter, is running against Rubio for his Senate seat. Murphy is blasting the senator for not doing enough to provide funding to combat the spread of the Zika virus.
Could you or other members of Congress be doing more to fight Zika?
Well, that's the funding that's necessary. Obviously, it's our public health agencies that would fight Zika. Our job is to make sure the funds are available, not just to fight Zika, but ultimately to develop the vaccine, which was the ultimate way to get rid of this once and for all.
He says the Senate actually passed a law to provide $1.1 billion for Zika research, but that it got tied up in the House.
So the struggle has really been over in the House to get them to move with sufficient dollars and to do it in a way that could pass.
In the meantime, Rubio says the president has access to over $300 million to spend on Zika funding and has already committed $80 million of it.
I have voted for 5 separate bills, all of which provide, millions and over $1 billion for the Zika fight, and the sooner the better. I think both parties have failed in this regard.
And Rubio points out that he was one of the first Republicans to support President Obama's request for more Zika funding. Reporting in Fort Myers, Carl Fortier, Fox 4, in your corner.